1984, the 14th Olympic Winter Games are brought to you by IBM Canada Limited, helping Canadians reach beyond. Crown Life, the official insurer of the Canadian Olympic team. You make us better, Esso. Sears, where you get your money's worth and more. Sunkist, the champion of oranges. Shoppers Drug Mart, Canada's drugstore.
Today, on the 8th day of our Olympic coverage from Sarajevo, the hockey game between the two undefeated teams in the Olympic B pool tournament. Live coverage of this game. And this is how Mario Gosselin, Canadian goalie, feels about it.
Against the Czech, even if we play well, maybe we will not win. We know that. And it's going to be a great game. We start to think about that, about the Russian. But we want to win that game against the Czech, and if we win, we're going to be in a situation for a medal. And after that, everything can happen, I think.
Hockey commentator, what does this game mean to these two teams?
The winner will probably win a silver medal. Really how important it is. It is very important. I can hardly wait.
Czechoslovakia is supposed to have the best team they've ever had.
They probably do.
Let's go now to Bernie Pascal and Tom Watt at Zetra Hall.
Thanks, Lloyd, and hello, everybody. Czechoslovakia and Canada. The game just underway. Coming in now is Calder. Right in front, and it just goes wide. Calder, Pashak, and Corbella. The forward line for Czechoslovakia. Kerry Wilson, Lowe, and Flatley for Canada. Here's Pashak, a shot. Bounced off Bartel, goes behind the net. And this is James Patrick to Lowe, who backhands it down into the Czechoslovakian zone. Back for it there is Yaroslav Corbella. Got it ahead, then it's intercepted by Canada. Up over the line is Patrick, a shot. And that's stopped by goaltender Schindel. Lowe had trouble with the puck. It's cleared around the boards. Lala trying to get it. They jam it in there. Now it's knocked loose. And moving out is number 14, František Černík. Černík for Czechoslovakia. In their own zone, the game just underway. There's no score as Lala hits Černík on a two-line offside pass. There's the veteran captain of Czechoslovakia, 30 years of age, František Černík. He's been with the national team since 1975. Ľudí Bukač, the coach of Czechoslovakia, at one point played in the Central Hockey League with Oklahoma City, with the likes of Derek Sanderson, Bernie Perrin, and Terry Crisp. Now Kadlec brings the puck out to his own blue line. The two teams at full strength. It's dropped back to Yuri Lala. In forechecking for Canada is Dave Donnelly. Czechoslovakia's Halupa gets a pass up to Kios. Coming to the Team Canada line. That just failed to reach Yuri Lala. And in behind the net goes Bruce Driver. Driver for Canada trying to get it out. Now he comes up with the puck. Driver flips it to the center ice zone. And Czechoslovakia gets possession once again. Halupa coming up with Horasova. Shoots it into the Team Canada zone. And back for it there is Doug Lidster. Lidster flips it off the boards. Rusnak is there. A high shot. And Mario Gosselin makes the save. Gosselin into this game with a goals against average of 1.20. He's simply been outstanding. And he'll be featured in our first period intermission tonight. Referee for the game is Kampala of West Germany. Prusov of the Soviet Union and Schneider of West Germany are the two linesmen. Puck rolls to the side. This is Redmond now of Canada slapping it down the ice. It should be icing. Going back for it is Uvira. He touches it and the face-off will come right back into the Team Canada zone. Canada and Czechoslovakia scoreless, and the two teams into this game undefeated. We've played 2 minutes and 1 second here in the opening period. Face-off to the left of Gosselin. Moving in there to take the face-off is Kios of Czechoslovakia with Rusnak. Now the puck is cleared back around the board. Slapping at it there is Patrick. Got it to the blue line, but not out. Now he goes after the puck again. Chased into the corner by Lukács. He falls. And now Patrick picks it up for Team Canada, trying to get by Liba. Bounces off a skate right to goaltender Schindel, and he covers up. Not taking any chances at all, and holds it for the whistle.
Czechoslovakia started this game, and they're playing their typical 2-1-2 type of hockey game. They forecheck with two men. One forward plays in a high position between the defensemen, trying to be at the top of the circle. Their two defensemen are ready to go in and pinch down along the boards to try to keep the puck in, and they've been doing a pretty good job early in the hockey game with their defensemen pinching down, trying to keep the puck in a forechecking maneuver. But it also is a chancey, because if Canada could just punch that puck by them, then they get a good break.
Hrdina gets the puck out to center ice for Czechoslovakia. This is Tippett dropping it into his own zone to Robin Bartel. Puck slides to center ice. Now at his own blue line is Jaroslav Bejnak. He's checked by Tippett. Here's Tippett coming to the side, trying to jam it on that short side, and it was just knocked off his stick. Here's Tippett digging away for that loose puck, trying to get it back to Bartel. It's picked up by Milan Halupa. Halupa coming up, a long shot by Bejnak, right on, and Mario Gosselin makes the save. They played exactly 3 minutes here in the opening period, and there's no score between Canada and Czechoslovakia. The two teams into the game undefeated with 4 straight victories. Number 21 now is Pashak for Czechoslovakia. The puck goes to the side. Driver trying to get it. It rolls to Pashak, gets it back to the line, and Horsava had trouble with it there, but quickly retrieves and gets possession. Now Czechoslovakia moving the puck into the Team Canada zone. This is Redmond into the corner. Redmond was tied up by Pashak, and it's brought out by Kerry Wilson. Wilson up over the Czechoslovakian line. Wilson backhands it right in front, comes back to Redmond. Here's Redmond setting up in the corner. Redmond for Canada. There's a drive. Deflected as Flatley let it go. Lowe clears it in front. Wilson trying to get to the puck. And it's picked up by Flatley. Drops it to Lowe. He can't handle the pass. And Horsava of Czechoslovakia is checked. Lowe trying to dig it. And here comes Horsava to his own blue line. Slides it to center ice where Driver has it for Canada to Redmond, who fires it in. And Team Canada changing on the fly. Puck comes around the board. Lala trying to get it out. Rolls in front. Courtnall just had it go off his stick. Comes down the ice. Back forward is Patrick. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
IBM introduces PC Junior, a bright little addition to the family. Junior comes with bright computer ideas, like a keyboard that doesn't need a cord. You can get easy-to-use software like word processing, games and graphics your kids won't believe, plus a starting price you won't believe. And with easy-to-add options, Junior can grow up real fast. PC Junior, new from IBM.
Back to the live action here at the Olympic Ice Hall Zetra in Sarajevo, Yugoslavia. No score between Canada and Czechoslovakia. Svoboda clears the puck off the boards, and James Patrick goes behind his own net for Canada. Here's Patrick winding up, sidesteps Rusnak, fires the puck off the boards into the Czechoslovakian zone. Icing is waved off. Two teams at full strength as we approach the 5-minute mark in the opening period. There's no score. Donnelly at the blue line hesitated. Now it's backhanded into the corner, and Bejnak goes there for Czechoslovakia. And they come racing straight up the middle. Out of their own zone now. Up over the line is Liba. He drops it there for Lukács, and he couldn't get a shot as Canada comes back again. Up over the line now. There's a drive. Great scoring chance by Kirk Muller, and Schindel had to make the save. Czechoslovakia getting it up to the blue line area. Rusnak had it go off his stick. Left it there. Now Rusnak just knocked off stride, gets the puck again. Here's Rusnak coming over the line, trying to split the defense, and Lowe has it for Canada. Lowe gets it ahead to Wilson, and he was bumped by Arnold Kadlec, and the puck is loose in the center ice zone. Rusnak trying to get it, and Kadlec leaves it there for Horsava. Horsava dumps it out to the center ice zone. Yuri Hrdina let it go, and Mario Goslan at the side of his own net, and Canada comes out of their own zone once again. Up to the center ice zone. Lowe goes after the puck. It slides into the Czechoslovakian zone to Kadlec. Here's Kadlec trying to get that lead pass, and there for Canada is Pat Fleckley. As they go end to end here in the early going, Wilson reaching for that, and it's called on the offside as we played 6:15 in the opening period.
Both teams are checking very, very well. They're feeling one another out here. There's been, except for the 2-on-1 break that Muller had the opportunity close in, decided to shoot the puck. Both teams have been checking rather cautious. Nobody wants to give up that first goal.
So Donnelly, number 23 for Canada, will take the face-off just outside of the Team Canada blue line. Donnelly lost the draw to number 17, Ruzicka. Here's Ruzicka on a delayed offside at the Team Canada line. And we want to remind you that tomorrow afternoon, Gaetan Boucher will be racing for a third medal in Olympic speed skating. His chances appear good in the 1,500 meters, and you can see how he does here on CTV tomorrow afternoon with Ken Newens and Tom Overend, as Gaetan Boucher will be racing for his third medal of the Olympic Games. And what an emotional night it was when they had the medal presentation to Gaetan last night. And they played Old Canada out here just outside the Scandaria Ice Palace downtown. A moving moment and a thrilling time for Gaetan Boucher, and he'll go after another medal tomorrow. We'll have all that coverage on CTV. Now Czechoslovakia's Calder at center. Here's Calder coming up over the line, dumps it in front, and it's intercepted by Redmond of Canada. Courtnall at center ice trying to get it in over the line. He's stopped, and it's cleared right in behind now. Corbella trying to get it for Czechoslovakia. Cleared out to the center ice zone, slapping at it there. And coming up over the line, Gagne, and it flipped over the boards into the Czechoslovakian bench. We played 7:08 here in the first period.
Very few stoppages in play here early in the hockey game. It's been going end to end. Teams have been changing on the fly, but neither team wants to get caught. I noticed that Team Canada has always had their third forward not getting too deep, always in a position to come back and pick up, so they're never outmanned at their own blue line.
Here's a race for the puck now. Lidster and Chernik. Chernik has it for Czechoslovakia. Dumped it in front. Lala takes it off the boards and fires it through the crease. Moving up is Banak. He can't keep it in as he was bumped by Wood. Now it's Lala over the line, and the puck just rolls off his stick before he can get a shot. Lala in the corner with Courtnall trying to dig the puck loose, and Russ Courtnall, number 18, has it for Canada. Drops it to Doug Lidster. Lidster, a native of Kamloops, British Columbia. On defense now for Canada as they change, and Driver comes out there defensively. Here's a chance. Gagne's shot off the arm of Schindel, and it just goes wide of the net. Comes back to the blue line, setting up a shot, and that's off the skate and just misses the target. Lala for Czechoslovakia on the right side. Up to center ice, bumped by Wood. And the puck is knocked down and taken out by Driver of Canada, ahead to Kerry Wilson. Here's Wilson now, watched by number 11, Liba. Rolled it in front, a shot, the rebound. And it gets away from Schindel as it's poked into the corner. Flatley has it at center for Canada. Tried to get it back to Wilson. Intercepted, brought in by Vincent Lukács. Dumped it in front. Here's Lukács hauled to the ice. Loose puck in front. Liba trying to get a shot, and it was knocked off his stick. Wilson now back for Canada. Tried to get that pass on the far side to Flatley. He's hauled to the ice. Lowe then backhands it into the Czechoslovakian zone. There's no score as Horsava takes it in his own zone for Czechoslovakia. Gets a pass on that left side. Here's Liba moving to the side, and well covered by James Patrick. Now Tippett clears it up on the right side. Canada back on the attack, waiting for the net. Donnelly! Oh, and what a glorious opportunity there for Donnelly. Lidster tries to keep it in at the blue line. The puck is centered to Liba. Liba of Czechoslovakia is knocked off stride, and here comes Tippett. Dave Tippett, the Team Canada captain, to Muller. His shot, and reaching out and gloving it is Yaroslav Schindel.
Canada coming very close there. Donnelly moving right in, driving to the net. Muller saw him, put the puck across. Donnelly put his stick down off the stick, just off the edge, the outside part of the post. But the best opportunity for Team Canada so far. But Donnelly was moving to that net.
First time a Winter Olympics held in a socialist nation, and what a job they've done here. The people of Sarajevo, Yugoslavia, are to be saluted, and we at CTV are proud to be a part of it. 9 minutes and 16 seconds gone in the opening period. This game live from Sarajevo. Canada and Czechoslovakia are scoreless. Both teams undefeated at this point in the Olympic competition. Lidster slaps the puck off the boards. It's brought in by Pavel Richter. Richter in front. That shot, and Gosselin had that angle well covered. Czechoslovakia getting it back to the point. Svoboda keeps it in, and now Canada races out to center ice. A race for it. Schindel away out of the net as Courtnall tried to jam the puck away from him, and they start to mix it up. Svoboda and Courtnall. And the officials get in there quickly, and they have this sorted out. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
Budweiser salutes all the people who make the music we love.
Look out! Our best for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. For all you do, our best to you.
Yeah, this Bud's for you if you like your beer with that distinctively clean, crisp, Beechwood aged taste and smoothness that says Budweiser.
For all you do, this Bud's for you.
Welcome back to Sarajevo, Yugoslavia. Bernie Pascal and Tom Watt and our CTV crew. Here's a chance for Czechoslovakia as Paschak almost had a glorious scoring opportunity there, but the puck was knocked away from him. Milan Halupa in the corner. Halupa gets it out to the center ice zone. Driver for Canada, heading out of Karpin. Backhanded in, Von Karpin of Flin Flon, Manitoba. Played junior with the New Westminster Royals of the BC Junior League. He's held to the ice there as Czechoslovakia coming out of their own zone. Digging away there is Corbella. Corbella helped out by Paschak. Now he gets it up on the right side. This is Rusnak over the line, right in front. And Gosselin makes a great save on Paschak. Spectacular goaltending by Gosselin as he robs Paschak, who moved right in front. And Canada ices the puck, and the face-off comes back to their zone. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
You take charge, people, taking charge.
You know exactly what you want from your next truck.
Taking charge in your own way. Taking charge with Chevrolet.
Your best buy.
Take charge, people.
84 Chevy S10, standard V6 power or 4-cylinder high efficiency, and now with gutsy diesel. Big choice, down-to-earth Chevy price. 84 Chevy S10.
Price the way you want to pay. You're taking charge with Chevy truck.
Welcome back to the Olympic Ice Hall, Zetra. Canada and Czechoslovakia scoreless tie as we approach the 11-minute mark of the opening period. Canada bringing it out. Wilson feeds that pass ahead. It's taken now by Flatley and clears it in. Wilson is offside at the Czechoslovakian blue line.
Well, so far, only one good opportunity apiece. Donnelly for Canada moving in on Muller's pass across. Paschak getting a little bit of a break coming across. Gosselin robbing him when he didn't have all that much room. He had to come across in front of his body, and Gosselin stayed right with him across the front of the net.
In the 1980 Olympics, when Canada played Czechoslovakia, they lost to Czechoslovakia 6-1. And doing the bulk of the scoring for Czechoslovakia in that game, Anton Stastny and Marian Stastny. Marian had 3 goals that time. Anton had 2. Here it's scoreless in the opening period as we played 11 minutes and 10 seconds. Now bringing it in for Czechoslovakia. Rusnak is cleared. And now Gosselin dumps it into the corner, and after it for Canada is Patrick, who's knocked against the boards. Tippett behind his own net gives it to Driver. Driver dumps it out to the center ice zone where it's broken up there by Uvira, number 7. Here's Tippett coming in for Canada, and he can't get by Svoboda as Svoboda was knocked to the ice. Uvira, number 7. Donnelly's after him. It's trapped by Muller. In front for Tippett. Tippett trying to backhand it. Now he still has it. And trying to knock it out of the air was Muller, and it's brought back now by Liba. Liba of Czechoslovakia over the line. Waiting for someone to pass it to, then clears it to the corner. Heading for the net is Lukács. And a great defensive play there by the captain, Dave Tippett, who got back to smother that loose puck. Now Canada backhanding it to the Czechoslovakian line. A delayed offside. Lister got a shot, and it's finally whistled down by the linesman.
You saw the captain of the hockey team, Tippett. You know what he did there in that opportunity, the 2-on-1 in close, just diving. That is typified, and that's what you got to get from the captain. That's typified the Canadian team throughout this tournament. They've worked like beavers. They've really held down the goals against. They've played excellent defensive hockey, and they'll do anything to keep the puck out of the net, and that's what's made them successful in this tournament. They've got a roll on.
Our young Canadian Olympic team, the talk of the Olympic Games, they're undefeated in their first 4 games. And they're scoreless in this battle with Czechoslovakia, the 2 teams undefeated in their pool. Now Courtnall trying to jam the puck at the short side. It was stopped by Hrdina. Hrdina gets a lead pass up over the line. Now this is Ruzicka trying to get it, and Gosselin comes out of the net and slaps it off the boards to Wood. Czechoslovakia gets it back though. Here's a pass, number 24, Hrdina. He's knocked off stride as he collides there with Robin Bartel. Back to the line, Halupa shot, and that's blocked by Gosselin as Courtnall, number 18, has it for Canada. Courtnall in his own zone trying to get a lead pass up there for Wood. It's intercepted by Halupa. Halupa gives it now to Ruzicka, trying to jam it at the short side, and Gosselin's down on his knees. Comes back to Halupa. Halupa then back to the other point. Setting up for Saba. He clears it, hit a skate and goes wide. Now Canada coming up. A little bit of pressure from Czechoslovakia, and they get the puck out to center ice. Kadlec clears it to Horsava. He lifts it into the Team Canada zone, and Redmond has it there. Redmond from Langley, British Columbia, brings the puck out, trying to get away from Pashak. Clears it into the Czechoslovakian zone. That's Karpin back there for it. He's knocked off stride, and the puck is picked up by Czechoslovakia once again. Both teams at full strength. There's no score as Calder gets the puck ahead to center. Then he shoots it in right on, and Gosselin had it bounce off his pads. Loose puck in the corner. Calder has it for Czechoslovakia. Bumped by Patrick. Now they all get in there, hammering away. And coming in front, a shot right on. And that's Pashak with a big scoring chance, and it's stopped by Gosselin. And the net problems again just knocked a bit off the peg.
Well, we saw a press release before the hockey game which said that the International Ice Hockey Federation had a meeting, and what they're going to do is they're going to adjust these nets. They're going to put longer pins on them, because too often we've seen in this tournament the nets just come off the little nibs that they have, and they're going to lengthen those to try to get fewer delays in the tournament, because too many times the action has been broken in the hockey game because the nets fly off.
Shots on goal. Czechoslovakia has outshot Canada by a margin of 6-5. So far in the game, but we are scoreless. Canada and Czechoslovakia. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the opening period, as Driver now takes it at the side of his own goal. The puck goes to František Černík, then he loses it. Lowe trying to get it at center for Canada, brought back in by Černík. Here's Černík, and he's stopped at the blue line as Wilson slaps the puck over to Pat Flatley. Up over the line now for Czechoslovakia, Lala, and the puck rolls right to Mario Gosselin, and Canada on the attack again. Lowe has it go off his stick, then he's bumped by Uvira, and Lala is back quickly to get it. Here comes Yuri Lala. He's got great speed. Over the line, a long shot off the arm of goaltender Mario Gosselin, and the puck goes to Doug Lister. Lister slaps it around the boards. Kevin Lowe trying to get it. Now it's at center, and Flatley shoots it. And Schindel had to make the save, and he covers up with Lowe right at his doorstep.
I like the way Gosselin has played in this tournament, the way he handles the puck around the net. You know, there's great communication between Gosselin and his defenseman. Too many times, or lots of times in this tournament, we've seen him just take that puck, hold it against the side of the net, wait till his defenseman is first back for it, chip it to him. He's very good with his stick, and he's very aware of where his teammates are inside his own zone. He's helped them a lot getting the puck out of their own end.
Of course, Canada's last medal in hockey at the Olympics was a bronze medal in 1968. Canada's last gold at the Olympic Games was 1952, the Edmonton Mercuries. And in that championship, they beat Czechoslovakia by a score of 4-1. Here we're scoreless, Canada and Czechoslovakia. Canada with victories over the United States, Austria, Finland, and Norway. Czechoslovakia has defeated Norway, the United States, Austria, and Finland in their last outing. They won 7-2. Into the corner now, Donnelly trying to take the puck, tipped it over to Tippett in front. Muller couldn't get a shot, setting up is Patrick, and it's knocked off his stick and cleared to an open wing. A race for it there. Calder after it with Lukács. Lukács into the corner is knocked off stride, and the puck is slid around the other side to James Patrick. Patrick trying to get it to center ice, a collision there, and Czechoslovakia has possession, number 11, that's Igor Liban. Shot in by Lukács, and Gosselin had to make the save, leaves it there for Patrick. First round draft pick of the New York Rangers. Now here's Tippett from Moosomin, Saskatchewan. He shoots the puck in. Muller goes after it for Canada. Outstanding junior with wealth in the OHL. Now Czechoslovakia, Ruzicka trying to get the puck up with Pavel Richter. Now it's cleared to Hrdina. Hrdina is knocked down as he got to the Team Canada line, and Russ Courtnall, first round draft pick of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now it's cleared up to the Czechoslovakian zone. Courtnall just had it go over his stick, and Kadlec has it now. Kadlec for Czechoslovakia. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the opening period. Now for Canada, Dave Gagne, who has 5 goals in the tournament. Cleared it in front, intended for Courtnall, and Kadlec was there to intercept. Back to the line. Redmond clears it in front, and it hits a skate and goes wide. Now Canada's Courtnall digging for the puck with Gagne. Wood goes after it. Wood trying to jam it out of the corner there, and it's cleared around to Craig Redmond. Redmond, 18 years of age. Outstanding tournament for this youngster. And the puck cleared to the center ice zone. Courtnall trying to slap at it there with Pavel Richter. Now Courtnall clears it back into the Czechoslovakian zone as they're caught on a line change. Sharpens away offside. Deneen waiting for him to get onside, and does. It's cleared in front off the skate of Calder. Calder, number 19. He gets it ahead now. Over the line, a shot. And Gosselin stopped that as Corbella let it go. And Gosselin covers up at the side of the net.
Now there seems to be a little confusion with fans back home about where standings are. If two teams are tied, who gets the better placing if two teams have the same amount of points in the standings? And what happens if two teams end up with the same points in the Olympic competition? The first tiebreaker is what happens in head-to-head competition between those two teams. If it is still tied, then they subtract the goals against from the goals they scored for, and the team that has the greater difference gets the better position.
Right from the draw, face-off, and a goal by Calder. Calder in front with Pashak, and Czechoslovakia has scored 1-0.
Well, Canada that had been so strong in the face-offs, just losing the draw. Tippett just had the puck go by him, still trying to move the man out. He's able, 2 people go to the puck carrier. He slips the puck across in front of the net, and standing all by himself at the edge of the net with the goal, an easy goal just to Tippett below Gosselin. A little confusion on the face-off where 2 men moved to 1 and left another man free on the far side of the net.
So Pashak clears the puck in front to Calder, and Vladimir Calder gets the first goal of the game as Czechoslovakia scores at 17-16. Lowe trying to get that puck. Now it's slapped over to Robin Bartal of Canada. Bartal slaps it into the Czechoslovakian zone, and this is Milan Halupa after it there, and it's whistled down. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
They learned their stuff on the streets. Sears' most powerful battery, the Die Hard. Warranted 5 years, now $15 off. The French design Road Handler steel belted radial, warranted 80,000 kilometers, now 41% off. 2 great contenders, 1 heavyweight sale. The old 1-2 from Sears.
It's Czechoslovakia leading Canada 1-0. We have 2.5 minutes left to play in the opening period. This game live from Sarajevo, Yugoslavia, from the Olympic Ice Hall, Zetra. Halupa moves in for Czechoslovakia. The puck slides to the center ice zone where Chernik has it. The veteran captain is pushed back into his own zone by Lowe. Orsava is knocked down, but here comes Chernik. Chernik over the Team Canada line, drops it there for Kios. Kios rolls it in front, and Flatley has it for Canada. Gets it out to the center ice zone. Good check there as Wilson was knocked down by Milan Halupa. Now Lidster for Canada, forced in by Rusnak. Clears the puck over to Bruce Driver. Driver got it to center, then it's cleared into the Czechoslovakian zone. Tippett goes after it there. Tippett collides with the Czechoslovakian player number 8, Kadlec, and the puck is back down the ice. Here's Lukács knocking it loose off the stick of Driver. Lukács trying to come up with it, but Lidster has it for Canada, and it's lifted up over the boards and out of play. Sports-minded country, Yugoslavia, although hockey is not all that popular here. One will remember the 1980 Olympics when Yugoslavia won the gold medal in basketball. That's quite a popular sport in this area. Women's team handball and skiing are two other sports that the Yugoslavians excel in. Their hockey team didn't fare too well here, but they had some great support from the hockey fans in the Sarajevo and Yugoslavia areas. Now for Czechoslovakia, Igor Liba digging into the corner. Tippett is after him. Liba then pumps with Driver, but he comes up with the puck. Liba back to the line. Here's Horosava's shot, and that just sailed wide. Trying to keep it in is Kadlec for Czechoslovakia, and it comes all the way back to number 11, Igor Liba. Horosava back to Liba. Here's Liba trying to break the defense. A shot, and Gosselin stopped that with his right arm. It's off the stick now of Kirk Muller. At center, Canada on the attack. Up over the line. Courtnall's shot over the top. The rebound, and that's stopped by Schindel. Courtnall has it. He clears it back to the point, and Lidster has to go all the way to center ice to get it. Lidster brings it back in. He gives it to Russ Courtnall. Donnelly trying to trap that puck, and it's knocked off his stick by Hrdina. Hrdina is passed to Ruzicka, and it's an offside pass, and we've played 19:36 here in the opening period.
Courtnall showing a burst of speed there. That would have been sweet to go back in, getting that last goal in the period here to give the team a little lift going back in. But Courtnall showed a little bit of zip and a little bit of drive there. Went in, got the initial opportunity, and then came back and still was quick enough to get the rebound and try to get it by the Czechoslovakian goaltender.
A player at the Czechoslovakian bench was Darius Rusnak. Appeared in 3 World Hockey Championships. Ruzicka, number 17, now getting set. He's from Litvinov, the same club that produced Yuri Bubla and Ivan Halinka, two well-known and outstanding Czechoslovakian players. Bubla, of course, a defenseman with the NHL Vancouver Canucks. Halinka is now playing in Switzerland. So they'll take the face-off again inside the Czechoslovakian zone, with Czechoslovakia enjoying a 1-0 lead. All set now, Wilson, and the puck comes back to the Team Canada side of center. Bartel gets it ahead now to Russ Courtnall. 15 seconds left in the opening period. Courtnall trying to split the defense. Here's Gagne back to Courtnall, and Wilson has it for Canada. 6 seconds left. Courtnall can't trap the puck at the side. Ruzicka has it. Courtnall bumps him against the boards as the horn goes to end the first period of play, and an entertaining 20 minutes of action here at Zetra. This is only the second period that Team Canada has trailed in goals and shots. Czechoslovakia out shooting Canada 11-7. It's 1-0. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics continues in a moment.
So at the end of one hard-fought period of play, Czechoslovakia leads Canada 1-0. Canadian goaltender Mario Gosselin has one of the best goals against averages of these games. The average is 1.25. That's just a little more than a goal a game. And Ron Roush talked with Mario about how he's coping at these Olympics and how he feels about his future.
It's good. Oh, to be young and a star for Canada in the Olympic Games. For Mario Gosselin, life is but a dream. This is fun. Mario's having a ball, a looming 5-foot 8-inch presence backing a team that is at the top of its game.
There's something about the little guy in sports that catches everybody's fancy. And here in Sarajevo, Mario is everybody's favorite little guy.
Mario's from Thetford Mines, located south of Quebec City in the Bois-Franc region of Quebec, where Rogie Vachon was a junior B goaltender and a hero to a 6-year-old kid.
The first time I went to the Thetford Mines Arena, my father was with me. I was 6 years old, I think. And he just showed me the way for the dressing room, because we had a lot of people who were working for the first practice. The little guy, he's 6, 7 years old. And I went to the dressing room, started to dress, and the coach asked if somebody wants to be in the net. And I just said, yeah, I'm going to be there. And my father was watching after on the ice to see me, and I was in the net. Said, that's you in the net? What are you doing there?
There's a kind of dreamlike quality to the Olympic Games, far removed from the life of a player in the North American leagues. There's a sort of day-in, day-out rhythm.
We just keep going, come to the practice, come to the game, play our game, win the game, and be ready for the other one. And we don't think about that. That's unreal. That's sure. The first day we were here, we just looking around with Steve Podborski was there and all the big name like that, and said, yeah, that's a great thing for sure. And now we win and we keep going. Everybody is happy in the dressing room, and that's a different feeling that we had all the season. And probably after the Olympic, we're gonna look back and said it was really great. But for now, we just want to be ready for the other game. We just want to play our game, and that's the way to play, I think.
You can be sure that Steve Podborski knows who Mario Gosselin is too. The kid his teammates like to call Goose.
Really a great place to play in the goal. When you win, when you lose, that's something different. But now we played well and everything is all right. I think I feel really, really great now.
Also coming up in this first intermission, we have some speed skating for you. CTV's coverage of the 14th Winter Olympic Games from Sarajevo continues in a moment.
Welcome back to Zetra, the Olympic Ice Hall, with Czechoslovakia leading Canada by a score of 1-0. The two teams back on the ice, and we have Alan Eagleson with us right now. Alan, you've got to be very proud of this young Canadian Olympic team.
Very proud and very twitchy. It reminds me of back in '72 with all the nerves everybody had, and we really appreciate the support we're getting from Canada. Everybody sending us telegrams, calling us, just letting us know they're with us, and this team has come a long way in a week.
It's a great thing, too, to see the other athletes here. Gaetan Boucher, the figure skaters. I think about 90% of the other athletes are here supporting the hockey team.
We were happy yesterday as a hockey team to be over watching Gaetan Boucher win the gold medal. And as soon as he went across the finish line, he skated right by our whole team, waving his hand and letting us know that he was with us because we were with him.
The Olympic team very much in the running for a gold medal here in Sarajevo. Al, what happens if this team wins a gold medal in terms of the Canada Cup?
Oh, if they win the gold medal, we could give the NHL players a rest and let them defend it, because it's just great to see young men giving up what they've given for their country. Two fellows I have to mention in particular, and I'm sure their moms and dads are back home thinking of them. Mark Morrison's parents and Don Dietrich's parents. They gave up 6 months for their country, and I want those parents to know that your young sons are fine Canadians.
Just unfortunate with all the problems they had with eligibility.
All the shenanigans that the Americans went through. They got what they deserved. I feel badly because Canada and USA should never fight. The Czechs and Russians never fight, and we shouldn't. And I better wish my son happy birthday, my wife happy Valentine's Day. I haven't seen them for about a month. I hope they remember what I look like.
Okay, Al, thanks for the comments, and we'll hear from Alan Eagleson during the second period play-by-play here. The only scoring play, Vladimir Calder from Pashak at 17:16 of the opening period. And we're set now to start the second period. Joseph Kampala of West Germany is the referee.
And he's let them play, Bernie, too. He's let them go. The play's been up and down. There's been some hits that are questionable and so on, but it's an important game, and he's letting the hockey players play, and that's what you've got to do in a hockey game like this.
Starting the second period for Canada, Wilson at center with Lowe and Flatley, and the puck is knocked down by Corbella. Czechoslovakia had it momentarily. Now it's brought in by Patrick and then cleared down the ice into the Team Canada zone. Bartel goes back, and it's icing against Czechoslovakia.
It's funny you mention Kampala. We didn't know what to do for this game because we've already had them for a couple and we've had Carrington. So we put the names in a hat with the Czechs and let them draw. They drew Kampala. So I said, Joseph, you don't skate as fast as you used to. He said, Alan, I think faster than I used to.
Well, he's done a good job in this game up to this point. 12 seconds gone in the second period. Dave Tippett, what a story he's been with this team. 22 years of age, not drafted, from Moosomin, Saskatchewan. 2 outstanding junior years with Prince Albert. And he's been a valuable member of Dave King's young Canadian Olympic team. Now Calder, who has scored the only goal, shoots the puck. Gosselin makes the save and kicked it along the boards. Bartel sends it behind the net. This is James Patrick. Patrick gets a pass on the right side. Karpin can't control it. Then it's lifted over the boards into the Czechoslovakian bench beside backup goaltender Kralik. There's James Patrick, number 9. His dad, Steve, of course, played with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers of the Canadian Football League. Patrick's had quite a championship career. He was with the Canadian Bantam champion team, the midget champions, the Centennial Cup champions, and now here he is, a proud moment for him with the Canadian Olympic team. That shot off the stick, and Gosselin clears it to the boards. Chernik now, he bumps right in front of the Czechoslovakian bench with Lidster. Wilson can't get the puck as Kios tries to get it for Czechoslovakia. Back to Kadlets. Kadlets then slides it along the boards. Here's a break. Coming in is Chernik. Lets it go. And Gosselin got a piece of that, and it's deflected just wide. Now Wilson back for Canada. Coming in with Flatley and Lowe. Wilson setting up, gives it to Lowe, and it just goes off his stick. Lowe trying to get it in front. Moving over is Lidster. He keeps it in. Then it's knocked off his stick by Kios. Lidster trying to get possession there. Yuri Lala has it. He gets it ahead. Here's Kadlets' shot. And Gosselin stops that, and it's brought back by Pat Flatley of Canada. Flatley, who has scored 3 goals in the Olympic competition, got to the blue line. He was stopped. Chernik then is tied up by Lowe, trying to get the pass. Gets the puck again. Here's Frantisek. Chernik dumps it into the corner as Czechoslovakia now starts to control things. Rushnak is all tied up, and Lidster gets in there and holds the puck against the board.
That's it. A little confusion inside your own zone. Don't make the bad pass. Put it against the boards. Get the face-off. And it's unfortunate that the only time the Czechoslovakian team has scored was on a face-off inside the zone. Tippett coming out to take it. He's won the majority of all the face-offs throughout this tournament, and it was just bad luck that he didn't win that one, and 2 men went to the one at the edge of the net after it went off a skate, and they got the opportunity to decide. But Tippett's done a very good job inside your own zone. Settle things down. Get everybody ready to start in their position. Win the puck from the draw. Here we are.
A capacity crowd here at the Zetra Olympic Ice Hall. Czechoslovakia leading 1-0. Liba can't control the puck. Then he gets it back to Edward Ovira. Ovira in front of his own goal. In forechecking for Canada is Donnelly. It's cleared up on the left side. Here's faking a shot now. Lukács moving it to side. They score! Number 11, Liba. And the Czechoslovakian team off the bench as Liba scores to make it 2-0.
I hope we see this far enough. Now watch Redmond just on the side. He thinks that the Czechoslovakian player has lost it, and he goes to the first puck carrier, and that allows the puck to come through for the second Czechoslovakian man to get a shot away. Unfortunate that Patrick just tipped the puck off the ridge. Watch him tip it off. There goes Redmond. Now he's had to turn his back on it, and they get the opportunity to get the puck into the net. But it was just an unfortunate situation with Redmond. He reached for that puck when it came off Patrick, when he tipped it off the Czechoslovakian man's stick. Then it came to the second man, and he was able to get a shot away.
So Liba gets the goal for Czechoslovakia. Calder scoring in the first period. It's 2-0. The two teams into this game undefeated. Liba from Lukács at 2:03 of the second period. Now Canada deflects the puck inside the Czechoslovakian zone. Number 12, that's Pavel Richter trying to come up with it now. The pass comes on the left side to Hrdina. He lifts it high into the Team Canada zone off the glass. Hrdina goes in after it with Richter. Richter trying to jam it along the boards, bumps with Wood. Now it's cleared into the corner. Richter after it again for Czechoslovakia. Ruzicka, here's a shot right on, and Gosselin stopped that as Hrdina let the drive go right in front of goaltender Gosselin.
Hit Gosselin right on the mask, stunned him a little bit. You saw the official Compella going over and checking with him. Gosselin checking his own mask, making sure that it's all in place, but he's got all kinds of time. Comes right up, he's trying to get it with his glove, but it hit him right in the mask. He shook it off, he's back in the net, but the referee wanted to check just to make sure that that mask was intact, but Gosselin said he was all right.
There's Lidster, number 4 of Canada, 7th round draft pick of the Vancouver Canucks. Face-off to the right of Gosselin. Pashak for Czechoslovakia trying to get the puck to Corbella. He's all tied up by Tippett, and the puck is cleared out to the center ice zone. Now on the right wing, this is Vladimir Calder. He's bumped by Redmond, and Tippett has it in his own zone, gives it to Lidster. Lidster for Canada, over the center line to Tippett. Tippett trying to get it in front. It's intercepted by Calder. Redmond missed his check, and the puck comes back to Lidster. Lidster, a pass on the right wing side to Dineen. Dineen trying to get a shot. He's knocked off stride, and the puck is cleared to an open wing. A race for it. Calder for Czechoslovakia. Here's Calder trying to come in front. Tempted to get the puck to Corbella, and it was knocked away from him. Dineen brings it back for Canada. Here's Dineen to the Czechoslovakian line. Knocked against the boards, and after it is Chernik. The veteran captain of Czechoslovakia clears it. It's stopped by Flatley. A shot, and that's stopped by goaltender Schendal. And he smothers the puck as Chernik mixes it up now with James Patrick. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
Labatt's Blue Light, a great beer taste right out of the blue.
Labatt's Blue Light's for you. A great beer taste right out of the blue.
Now back to the action here at the Zetra Olympic Ice Hall in Sarajevo, Yugoslavia, with Czechoslovakia leading Canada 2-0. Here's Wilson going after the puck. Wilson coming in front, but it's whistled down on an offside play.
Well, being down 2-0 in the hockey game, one of the things that Team Canada has to do, they can't get away from their game plan. There's a temptation when you get down 2 goals to start opening up and go end to end. We've played very well defensively. Don't get away from that. Just keep working, keep working. The breaks will go your way. Maybe one will go off. A leg or something. We'll get back in the hockey game. We'll get a power play opportunity, put the puck. But we can't start opening up and going end to end with the Czechoslovakian team.
There's no doubt, Tommy, that you've seen enough games over here. The Czechs are great front runners. If they get a couple on you, they're just going to go. I think the big save was that one off the mask. And if we can just settle down and sneak up on them, get a power play goal or get a goal of some kind, even a bad one, we'll be back in the game.
Exactly.
Another game being played at Scandaria. Germany is leading Italy. West Germany 5, Italy 1. That's in the first period. Now the puck slides into the Czechoslovakian zone, and it will be icing against Team Canada. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
There's a new force on the streets. Honda's bold new Nighthawk S. With 750 cc's of 4-cylinder fury. And a tight-handling new chassis to challenge the toughest roads. All it takes is you to tame it. Honda, the reason you ride.
Welcome back to our CTV Olympic hockey coverage. Bernie Pascal along with Tom Watt and Alan Eagleson with us here during the second period play-by-play with Czechoslovakia leading Canada by a score of 2-0. Face off in the Team Canada zone. Muller trying to slap the puck out of the air. He got a piece of it, and it's whistled down by the referee Kampala. Finland and the United States today played to a 3-3 tie. The Soviets beat Sweden 10-1. And in another game, Poland over Yugoslavia 8-1. Number 18 is Rusnak for Czechoslovakia. The puck slides out to center. Halupa being watched by Donnelly, who does a little chopping at Halupa. Now Tippett trying to get the puck loose. Donnelly clears it ahead to Tippett. Muller heading for the net, and the pass is intercepted by Rusnak, and Czechoslovakia comes right back again. That pass, here's Liba moving in front, and the puck just got out of reach of Lukács, who was heading for the front of the net. Lidster in the corner for Canada. Watched by Liba, slaps it off the boards. Liba intercepts, gets it back. Baynak can't control it as Tippett gets it out to the center ice zone. They played 4 minutes and 45 seconds here in the second period. Richter deflects the puck in. Lidster can't control it. Now he goes over to the boards. Richter slapped it away from him. Ruzicka trying to get a shot. He's all tied up, and now Lidster has it for Canada. Lidster trying to get a face-off in the Canadian zone and succeeds.
Well, Tommy, it looks like they're listening to you. Whenever we do get in trouble, it looks like they're just holding it and just resting and thinking a bit.
Well, you can't get caught out there too long. When you're under a little pressure inside your own zone, there are less whistles in international hockey. You know, the boards don't come up quite so soon, and it's tougher to get changes on the fly. And if you've been out there in the big ice surface a long time, you've just got to get the draw and get fresh troops out there.
Now back to the action. The puck cleared into the corner. This is Ruzicka trying to come up with it, and Redmond has it for Canada. Slaps it against the boards to Dan Wood. He can't get it out. Driver goes after the puck. He bumps in the corner with Yuri Hrdina. Now Driver trying to get that puck loose and does. Driver for Canada. Slaps it off the glass. It goes down the ice. Icing is waved off as Courtnall goes into the corner. Bumped against the boards by Horsava. Now Gagne in behind the net. Dumped it in front. And Driver keeps it in at the point. Horsava for Czechoslovakia. Watched by Wood. Courtnall goes after the puck with Gagne. Now it's backhanded in by Driver. And going into the corner is Wood. Cleared around the board. Kadlec for Czechoslovakia. Gets the pass up the middle now. Number 17, Ruzicka at the line waiting for a pass as it comes into the Team Canada zone, and it's whistled on a delayed offside.
Speaking of delayed offsides, the linesmen in this game delay it 4 or 5 seconds. It's very frustrating for the players.
We played 5:54 here in the second period. West Germany now leads Italy 6-1. That game being played at Scandaria. This one, Czechoslovakia 2 and Canada no score as Lidster clears the puck into the Czechoslovakian zone. Karpin goes after it, and it's cleared around the boards. Number 26, that's Jaroslav Korbela. Korbela winding up in his own zone, met by Karpin at center. Got the puck ahead though to Pashak. Pashak all tied up. Tippett goes into the corner, and it's brought out by Bartel. Here comes Bartel for Canada. A native of Drake, Saskatchewan. He stopped. Now Tippett goes back after it. Tippett clears it out. Korbela for Czechoslovakia, met by Bartel. Hammered against the boards, and they pin it there to get another whistle. Overall Olympic competition, Canada leads in medals in the Olympics with 10. The United States has won 9, the Soviets 7, and Czechoslovakia 6. Canada's last medal, though, in the Olympic competition was a bronze medal in 1968. The two teams are at full strength. Wilson getting set for the face-off against Vladimir Kios, number 16 for Czechoslovakia. It's up on the right side. That shot just sails wide of goaltender Gosselin, goes all the way down the ice into the Czechoslovakian zone. Jaroslav Baynak in behind his own net. Tried to get the pass to Yuri Lala, that failed, and Redmond has it for Canada. Redmond over to James Patrick. Patrick lifts it to the Czechoslovakian line. Here's Wilson coming in, and it's whistled down again on the offside. And a reminder, our CTV coverage, Canadian figure skater Brian Orser topped the field in the men's short program the other night here in Sarajevo. Another solid performance could assure him of a medal. Watch him take on the world when CTV presents the Olympic men's final at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Join Johnny Esau, Brian Pokar, and Otto Jelinek for our CTV coverage of the 1984 Olympic Games. Now Tippett for Canada drops the puck back. Driver clears it, almost hit the linesman. Goes into the corner. Muller is knocked against the boards, comes to the line. Tippett keeps it in there. A shot is blocked by the defenseman Kadlec. Now Canada again. Here's Donnelly trying to get it in front, and it's off the defense into the corner. Liba there to intercept as Tippett goes after the loose puck. Tippett for Canada succeeds, bumping there with Cadlets. And Muller gets in there a little late, and they start to push and shove.
We're starting just to chip away inside that zone, just keeping the puck in, keeping the puck in. Again, we see Dave Tippett and Muller. They've done a great job checking, and Donnelly and Deneen, they're just keeping that puck inside, just working away, and it'll be rewarded. All they have to do is don't get everybody caught in deep, just keep working. They'll turn the puck over eventually, and we'll get our opportunity.
Gagne, number 19, out there for Canada. Puck slides into the corner. Now it's lifted down the ice and out to the Team Canada side of center as Patrick has it, number 9. Here's Patrick now up to the Czechoslovakian line to Russ Courtnall, and it slides off his stick, and Horsava brings it back now for Czechoslovakia. On the attack in the Canadian zone, moving right in front, and Patrick gets back quickly to slide in front of that shot. Race for it, and Horsava gets back, breaks that play up, and the puck slides over to Lukács. Lukács gets it ahead. Czechoslovakia coming on the attack again. Kios takes it in behind the net, trying to jam it in front with Rusnak. And the Canadian player is knocked down. That's Courtnall right in front of referee Campella. Here's Rusnak, a shot, and Gosselin has it in his glove. And Al, that Gosselin has been really the story for Team Canada.
I think Joseph Campala could have called a penalty there. Would have helped our team. It looked like a legitimate trip. He didn't call it. Thank goodness that Gosselin came up with a big save because they had a 2-on-1.
Well, Rusnak took his time, too. He put it to the far side. Gosselin just got that glove right on it.
Almost had an international incident before the game started today. They dumped the pucks out. Team Canada was the first team on the ice. They took all the pucks, and then when Czechoslovakia came out, they didn't have a puck, and they tried to get some from the Canadian players, and almost had an incident. A lot of pushing and shoving. Okay, here's Lowe back for Canada's shot, and that just goes wide. Back to Bartel, who keeps it in. Wilson in the corner. Passed it right onto the stick of the Czechoslovakian player. Now it's back to Bartel. A shot, and that's blocked by goaltender Schindel. Canada putting on the attack. Here's Lidster setting up. He sends it over to Bartel. It's drive. And that's blocked by goaltender Schindel. A big save as Canada's Kerry Wilson slaps away at the puck. Here's Wilson trying to get it, and it's intercepted by Richter. Bartel gets back quickly for Canada, and it's up over the line, and it's called on the offside at the Team Canada blue line.
Czechoslovakian players are upset by that offside. They thought that the man that was in got 1 foot on the line and negated it, but it was a 3-on-2 situation, and he was sharp enough to get his skate back. Whether or not he did get his skate on the line or not, we can thank the linesman for that call.
And you never know here because they never play any replays. It makes it very difficult, I'm sure, for the fans back home to be obliged to only see the replays that the Yugoslav people want to see. There have been some great events happen in this game already, and I hope you're watching closely because Yugoslav doesn't do replays the way we do.
Now back to the action for Canada, number 16. That's Kevin Deneen. Got to center, then was stopped. And the puck clears into the Canadian zone as we approach the 9-minute mark here in the second period. Driver, number 25 for Canada. Driver trying to get that lead pass to Tippett. It just failed. Got away from Corbella. Here comes Canada moving in. Tippett heading for the front of the net. Tippett then gets a bouncing shot off a defenseman. Goes after the puck again, and it's slapped out to center ice. Patrick, number 9 for Canada. He clears it off the boards into the Czechoslovakian zone. Baynak in the zone, trying to get it for Czechoslovakia. It comes out to center where Lidster breaks it up. Now Baynak brings it right back in again. And he was stopped by Deneen. As Canada try to meet the Czechoslovakian attack right at the blue line. Lidster, number 4 for Canada. Forced back into his own zone by Chernik. Gives the puck to Bruce Driver. Deneen runs into the Czechoslovakian player Kios and knocks him against the boards. Lala slaps it out to the center ice zone. In for Canada is Wood, number 22, with Deneen racing into the corner. He's bumped by Cadlets. Puck goes over to Wood. Wood trying to jam it out of the corner there. And it's Czechoslovakia's Kios. In behind his own net, gives it to Horsava. Played 10 minutes and 10 seconds in the second period. Czechoslovakia 2 and Canada no score. Chernik, number 14, brings it back into the Team Canada zone. Here's Chernik, tied up and knocked to the ice by Lidster. Donnelly clears it behind the net. Kios is knocked to the ice. Here's the puck back to Horosava at the point. Gets a shot. That's blocked. Now it's cleared ahead to Muller. Muller has a breakaway. Moving in, and it's whistled down on an offside two-line pass as Schneider, the West German linesman, whistled it down.
Very close call at the center ice blue line. Called for the two-line pass, but whether or not his foot was over, now you got to remember, it's not where the puck is, it's where his feet are in relationship to the line. Not where he takes the puck, but where his feet are. If his feet are on the line or behind when he takes it, he's onside. If his feet are over, an offside call.
Kurt Muller, an outstanding junior from Guelph of the OHL, a native of Kingston, celebrated his 18th birthday here in Yugoslavia. He was 18 on the 8th of this month. There's a shot, just sails wide of the Team Canada net. Bartal pins it against the boards. Leva in there with Lukács.
Tommy, we've had, and Bernie, we've had the control the last 5 or 6 minutes. It looks, Tommy, like they're doing what you suggested they should do, is play it cool, keep the puck down to their end, and if it's in our end, hold it.
Well, I think that's an indication that the team is a well-disciplined team. I don't think that they're going to do anything unusual, and so they're going to play their own game, and that's what you have to do.
Two teams at full strength. It's been a hotly contested match. Very clean hockey, though. Here's a pass in front, but it just got away from Tippett. Tippett dumps it into the corner. Moving in front of the net is Donnelly, but the pass never came that way. Tippett still after it. Patrick at the point calling for a pass, and it's cleared under the middle now, and Czechoslovakia races right back. There's a drive, gloved by Mario Gosselin, and he holds it.
This is a good hockey game. The game against Finland was the same type of game. Very methodical, careful. This one, Tommy and Bernie, seems to be the same.
Well, we showed that we could come back. 3 goals in the last period against Finland, and they're not exactly a poor hockey club. They tied today with the United States, and incidentally, that game was a great hockey game. Both teams tied. The United States went ahead in the last minute of the play 3-2, and 17 seconds later, Finland came back to tie the game 3-0.
Now the pass comes back to the line. Setting up is Hrdina, moving in front, a shot, and that's blocked by Gosselin. A bouncing puck, and here comes Lowe. Lowe, number 14, with Wilson trailing. Shoots the puck into the Czechoslovakian zone. Into the corner after it is number 9. That's Jaroslav Bejnak. Bejnak trying to get out. The Team Canada player is dumped right in front of goaltender Schindel. And getting up slowly there is Pat Flatley.
Well, that's where Pat Flatley usually is. When that puck goes back to the point, he's excellent. When the puck goes back to the point and you put it back there, you can't stand and admire your pass. You got to go to the net either for the tip in or screen the goaltender. And how many times in this series have we seen Pat Flatley right in front of the goaltender, either screening him or looking for the rebounds that come back from the goaltenders? And he's a big fellow, and he's tough to move out of there.
He stayed right there, and that, as usual, happens whenever there's a tough struggle. In front of the net jumped off the post.
Shots on goal here in the second period. Czechoslovakia has outshot Canada 6-3 in the game. Czechoslovakia has had 17 shots and Canada 10. Czechoslovakia leading by a score of 2-0 as Flatley hammers away at the puck. Gets it back to Driver, lets it go. And that was blocked by the defense. Driver takes it inside his own blue line. Fires it off the boards, can't get it out. Richter keeps it in. There's Richter coming in front. Got the puck over to Ruzicka, who couldn't get a shot. Wilson jamming along the boards, comes up with it now. Wilson for Canada with Pat Flatley. Wilson over the Czechoslovakian line. He's played well here at the Olympic Games. Now the puck cleared off the boards, and Czechoslovakia should be called for icing this time. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
Pontiac 2000 Sunbird. Unleash its fuel-injected turbo power, offering more turbo models than any other car line in Canada. Pontiac 2000 Sunbird. Eats straightaways, flattens curves, accelerates the senses. Pontiac builds excitement.
Czechoslovakia with Calder and Leba scoring, leading 2-0, and over the line is Pashak, a shot. And I believe Elliott just got a piece of that and deflected it wide. Patrick now back for Canada, coming up with Deneen. Trying to get the pass to Donnelly. It's broken up, and it's whistled down offside inside the blue line.
Yeah, I think that's Gosselin in there. Or did they change quickly? It's such a fast game, I haven't been able to keep up.
Of course, Mario Gosselin in the net. The backup is Darren Elliott. Gosselin from Thetford Mines, Quebec. Been a standout in goal here at the Olympic Games for Canada. Into the game with a goals against average of 1.20. Outstanding junior from the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Now Svoboda, number 15, clears it off the boards. This is Redmond going back for it for Canada. Redmond slaps it there. Two teams at full strength as Lidster's knocked against the boards and falls as Keogh's collided with him. Redmond backhands it to Doug Lidster. Lidster at the side of his net, then clears it off the boards, trying to get it to Russ Courtnall. Two players collide there. Gagne bumped by number 7, Edward Ovira. Now it's slapped ahead to Yuri Lala at center. Here comes Lala in for Czechoslovakia. Got a shot and Gosselin stopped that. Redmond for Canada. Backhands it ahead. Now a pass up the middle to Russ Courtnall. Here's Courtnall coming in with Dave Gagne. Courtnall setting up, and it's whistled down offside again at the Czechoslovakian blue line.
The tough part with these linesmen, that call was so close, but they get behind the play, and they seem to feel over here, Tom, you must notice this, that you have to be absolutely behind the line. They don't want the puck over. They don't want the foot on the line. They want everything nice and simple.
Well, I think what they really do is if there's any doubt at all, they're going to blow the offside. They don't want to be accused of having a goal being scored and when it wasn't offside. So it's anyway close, they blow it down.
Face off outside the Czechoslovakian blue line. Two teams undefeated into this game with 4 straight victories. There's a long shot. Schindel stops that and then comes way out of the net to smother it. Holds on to get another whistle. 75 years of hockey history in Czechoslovakia. They've won the European Championship 15 times, the World Champions 5 times. They've never won a gold medal at the Olympics. They've won 3 bronze and 3 silver medals. And they lead this game 2-0. Now it's slapped off the board. Drivers there to intercept for Canada. Gets it over to Kurt Muller. Muller gives it to Dave Tippett. Tippett trying to get it back to the point. It's kept in there by Bartel. Bartel, number 2, then slaps it off the boards. Going after it the other side is Dave Donnelly. Now it's back to the line. Here's Driver getting set. Right on, and Schindel deflects that up over the glass and out of play. Good shot.
We're getting some great shots from the point, Tommy, and one of these is going to go in.
Well, Kirk Muller was right off the edge there. He moved after the puck went to the point. He read it well. He went just as we've had Flatley doing. Kirk Muller just came off the edge of the net, and he just failed to get a stick on it when it came through. But a good low shot. That's what the defensemen have to do. Keep the puck low. Nobody's going to get the second opportunity if you have it very high.
There's some of the great support. Fans here and athletes and our CTV crew, many of them over there holding those giant Go Canada Go posters. Now Redmond for Canada clears the puck ahead to number 26, Pat Flatley. Flatley with Wilson over the line offside, but he got back in time. Now it's into the corner to Patrick, cleared in front. Wilson goes after it. Chasing him is Herdina. Now the puck in behind the net, rolls in front, just over the stick of Kerry Wilson. Cadlet. He's chased back by Patrick. Clears it. Lowe moves in. Keeps it in for Canada. Lowe to Patrick. A shot. Schindel made the save. Wilson into the corner. Richter checks him. It's back to the line. Here's Redmond's shot. That's hit a Czechoslovakian player and changes direction. Now Lowe trying to get to it for Canada, and it's lifted out to center to Craig Redmond. Redmond. We played 14 minutes and 55 seconds here in the second period. Puck shot into the Czechoslovakian zone. It'll be icing as Cadlets gets back. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
Allstate asks, are you burning money? What? Are you paying too much for car insurance? Too much? Because if you are, your money's going up in smoke. Well, what should I do? Get in touch with an Allstate agent. He has very competitive rates. Really? And special discounts to keep your costs under control. Wow! So call Allstate and make sure you get the best mileage from your car insurance dollars. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome back to Sarajevo, Yugoslavia, and our CTV coverage of the Olympic Games with Canada and Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia leading by a score of 2-0. And we have 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in the second period. At center is Pashak of Czechoslovakia. The Czechoslovakian door at the gate at the bench is open, and the Canadian player Lidster almost fell right in there.
Almost got his hand caught in the door. The trainer was trying to get it shut. You see Chernik trying to get out. to make the change, but the trainer was trying to shut the door so that nobody was hurt coming through it, and he shut it on 2 players.
Well, we've got about, 4.5 minutes left. Let's hope we can just put a goal in here, Bernie.
There's Dave King. What a job he's done with this Canadian Olympic team.
He's got a few more gray hairs than he had at the start.
4 straight medals, a gold with the juniors in 1981, a bronze in 1982 with the juniors. And Dave coached the NHL contingent at the World Hockey Championships to successive bronze medals in 82 and 83, batting 1,000. Now here's a shot. That sails wide of goaltender Mario Gosselin, comes all the way out to center. Vanak of Czechoslovakia tied up by Russ Courtnall, but he has possession and gives it to Chernik. Chernik is stopped by Wood. Now it's inside the line, a delayed offside as Czechoslovakia's Vanak dumps it in. Courtnall goes after him, and it's cleared down the ice, and this should be icing as Patrick hits backboard, touches it for Team Canada. Pretty good pace to this game as we're into the final 4 minutes of play in the second period. Canada opening with a 4-2 win over the United States, followed up with victories over Austria, Finland, and Norway. They've scored 24 goals and have given up 8 so far in the hockey competition, and this their 5th game.
The other good thing about this team is discipline when you're taking into the boards. There's no stick swinging, no stupid penalties.
Real credit to Canada, this young hockey team. Great composure, and they've been great goodwill ambassadors. Have really represented Canada proudly. 2 teams at full strength as Bartel, number 2, slaps it off the board. Canada trying to get this goal to get back into it, trailing by 2.
Well, you were speaking about the discipline. There hasn't been a penalty in this game. Now, of course, Campella's let them play, but it's everything's on the line, and nobody wants to take the bad penalty. The penalty that's behind the play, a penalty that's a trip 150 feet for your net. We're not taking those penalties, and neither is the Czechoslovakian team. Both teams know that a power play goal could turn the game around.
Now back to the action. Here's Tippett for Team Canada. Tippett, the captain, drops it back into Bartel. Had a little trouble with it. Now he gets possession, trying to get the lead pass. Tippett just stopped by Horosava as Liba comes back now. Here's Liba backhanding it over the Team Canada line. Driver is there and knocks the Czechoslovakian player Rusnak offside. Back to the line, intercepted. Here's a breakdown for Canada. Donnelly, clear cut, coming right in. Donnelly, a shot, and he missed the net with his backhander as the puck just rolled off his stick. Great chance there as Donnelly moved in, and his backhand shot just missed the target. Less than 3 minutes to go in the second period. What a lift that would have given Team Canada. Here comes Tippett back now. It's cleared over the Czechoslovakian line. Ruzicki looking for that lead pass. Here he goes. And it's a stick save by Gosselin as he deflected into the corner. Puck loose. Now it's picked up by Czechoslovakia. Cleared right in front. They try to jam it there. Ruzicka was knocked off stride, and Driver in behind the net, helped out by Tippett, and they hold it for a whistle.
It's nice to see Bruce Driver perform the way he has. He's come a long way. We didn't know whether he was going to make this team or not. He's turned in time to be a very steady defenseman, and I want to let you know that he got his start as a hockey player when he was 8 years old, out in New Toronto, playing for the Allen Eagleson MPPs. Isn't that a sweet ring? To plug for New Toronto.
Comments of Alan Eagleson, who has joined us here up in the booth, and the Canadian flags and some Canadian supporters.
They've been here and out. They've been out in force, out at the ski hills today to watch Karen Stemmel and Lisa Savage-Jarvie and Jerry Sorensen. Just a great thing.
Coming up in our second intermission, we'll have an update on the women's downhill situation here at the Olympics, with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left to play in the second period. Earlier today, Finland and the United States played to a 3-3 tie. This game, it's Czechoslovakia leading. Calder and Liba have been the goal scorers, 2-0. As Wilson fires it off the boards, it goes down the ice. Schindel comes away out of the net, and it goes ahead to Pashak. Pashak had it go off his stick, and Canada's Lidster gets it up on the right side. Flatley shoots it in. Here's Lowe going after it. Wilson and Corbella then backhands it down the ice with Lidster chasing after it. Lidster for Canada. Right on his heels is Vladimir Calder. As Canada then fires it down the ice, A race for it into the corner, and getting back to touch it is Jaroslav Vanak, and it's icing against Canada.
Now, we've talked about how Canada's playing or has played throughout this tournament very tight defensively. We have to give the Czechoslovakian team a little credit here. They're very strong inside their own zone. They move the puck out quickly. They don't handle it very long inside their end. And Team Canada's tried to put pressure and forechecking, and they have been able to get some sustained periods. But the Czechoslovakian team is a very good defensive hockey team. And talking to Ludi Bukac, he thinks it's one of the best teams that they've ever sent to the Olympic Games.
Well, the Olympic Games of 1980, Czechoslovakia finished 5th behind the United States, the Soviets, Sweden, and Finland. Now the play at center ice. Here's a chance for Karpin over the line. Bumped by Kadlec into the corner. We have a penalty.
This could be the break we're looking for. Courtnall made a nice move. Patrick got the puck up to him. They yanked him down. Let's hope it's bodes well.
There's Kadlec just putting the grab on, the little spinnerama on Karpin. But he tried not to keep his hand on him too long, give him the quick little tug, but Kampela saw it.
So Kadlec's off for holding. And Canada on the power play now as Dave King confers with the players at the bench as they get set. An important face-off, and it's in the Czechoslovakian zone. 18-19, the time of the holding penalty to Kadlec of Czechoslovakia. Courtnall comes out now for Canada, along with Dave Gagne. Now Jean Perrin, the assistant coach, calls Muller over to the bench, has a word with him. And we're getting set now for the face-off in the Czechoslovakian zone. Schindel, the goaltender for Czechoslovakia. It'll be to his left. Now Gagne against Kios. The puck comes back to Bruce Driver. Driver for Canada clears it into the corner. After the Canadian player is Bruchnak. He knocked the puck loose. Gagne coming up with it, gets it back to Driver. Here's Driver's shot, and that stopped. Almost hit referee Kampela. Back to the line. Here's a chance for Driver again. Lets it go. And that hit a skate and goes wide. Patrick for Canada. He clears it into the corner. Setting up is Courtnall right in front. And that's broken up by Edward O'Bira. As Canada's on the power play looking for their first goal. Driver's shot. Hit a skate in front. And it's taken by Rusnak and lifted high and down the ice. 1 minute left to play in the second period. 1:10 left in the penalty. Canada is 4 for 14 on the power play, a 29% average. Here comes Wilson now. In now for Canada. Wilson with Flatley, who's knocked off stride. Courtnall has it inside the blue line. Courtnall dropped it, and nobody there as it comes out to the center ice zone. 32 seconds left in the second period. Czechoslovakia 2 and Canada no score. It's knocked down by Donnelly, gloved with his hand and put down to the ice, and he's going to get a penalty.
Oh, that is a cheap penalty. And
no, there's no penalty. No, they just call it for delay of the game with no penalty. He puts the puck down, but there's no penalty. In international hockey, if he closes his hand on it, they just rule it dead where the puck is.
Well, Kampela signaled and blew the whistle immediately, started to go over towards the penalty box, but then stopped.
Well, one of the things that's very important that we should watch here, and this is a technical thing, the Czechoslovakian team, when they kill penalties, never play a disciplined box. They chase you, they forecheck, they run all over the place. Now, they force you to move the puck quickly, but they're also taking the chance that they're going to be caught out of position. But that's typical of Czechoslovakian national teams.
Canada on the power play, 18 seconds left here in the second period. The puck is taken by Chernik. Chernik circling around at center. Now Horsava inside his own line. Horsava lifts it. Redmond is playing without a stick. He knocked Chernik to the ice, and now there will be a penalty to Redmond. He was playing without a stick, and he interfered with Chernik, so he'll go to the penalty box.
Well, those are the penalties you don't want to take. You've got to get your stick, and especially you don't want to take a penalty when you've got the man advantage to begin with. But when you lose your stick, you can't play without a stick. You have to go and get another stick, either from your bench or collect your own stick. You're no good to your teammate playing without any stick at all.
And we had ample opportunity for him to leave the puck, go in the corner, let somebody else take care of it. I know it's anxious, and he's a young man, 17 years old, but it's an error that we can't afford.
So Redmond in the penalty box at 19:55 for interference. And Czechoslovakia, Kadlec still has 24 seconds left in his minor penalty. Face off will be to the right of Mario Gosselin in the Team Canada zone. Now it's cleared back into the defensive corner. Patrick, as the horn goes to end the second period of play. Tom?
Well, being down 2-0 when you go in, the important thing, just as we've said all period, is not to get too anxious. It's very important. You play your own game. Try to get back in the hockey game. Don't try to get it all at once. We're only 2 shots away from tying up the hockey game.
Shots on goal, Czechoslovakia 9, Canada 7. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
In 19 seconds, we're going to have to kill a penalty for 1 minute and 36 seconds, and that's going to be tough. We don't want to give up a goal, and Czechoslovakia has a very, very good power play, so we've got to do a job killing the penalty, just as Czechoslovakia did an excellent job in killing their penalty late in the second period.
So Kadlec has 19 seconds left in his minor penalty. Redmond has 1:55 left in his minor. As we're set to start the third period of play, the referee, Joseph Kampala of West Germany, Brusov of the Soviet Union, and Schneider of West Germany are the other officials, the 2 linesmen. Of course, the Czechoslovakian team and Team Canada met in that Canada Cup final in '76 when Canada's Darryl Sittler scored the winner 5-4 in overtime. And this summer in Duncan, British Columbia, there's a shot that just goes wide. We'll get to that in a moment as Patrick tries to get the puck. Canada on the attack. Here's Bartel. It's knocked down by the defense and cleared out to the center ice zone. Leba clears it. Czechoslovakia is back at full strength now. Roshnak is over the line, cleared in, and it's Muller for Team Canada coming out. Canada a man short as Muller takes a dive on the far side, trying to get a penalty from Kampala, although he was hooked a bit. Now Baynak takes it up to the Team Canada line, got it over to Lukács. It slides to Mario Gosselin, and it's cleared off the boards and down the ice. Mentioning the Canada Cup, in Duncan, British Columbia this summer, Danny Gare will have a reunion of the '76 Canada Cup winning team. Esposito, Sittler, and the likes will all be there. Czechoslovakia caught here with too many men on the ice, and it's called by the linesman.
Well, you notice both the linesmen, as soon as they call the too many men on the ice, they go right to the box to make sure nobody can jump off. That's a change from North American hockey. Both of them go to the bench, put out their arms. You see them there. They're not going to let the players off the ice, so they've checked the numbers, and they're the people that call the too many men on the ice penalty, not the referee. The linesmen have the authority to call too many men on the ice penalty.
So 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Craig Redmond of Canada. And Czechoslovakia gets a penalty, too many men on the ice, and Yuri Hrdina goes to the box to serve the penalty at 55 seconds of the third period. So that gives Canada a bit of a break, but with Redmond still in the penalty box and trailing 2-0. Now in his own zone is Yaroslav Baynak. Baynak with Lala skating right by it. Here comes Chernik. Chernik at center, all alone in the Team Canada zone, trying to get a shot. He's knocked down, and Kerry Wilson has it. Wilson coming out the left side now, up to center for Canada. Wilson sidesteps Yuri Lala, then shoots the puck into the Czechoslovakian zone. Into the corner, the puck slides loose. It's taken there by Lala. Canadian player flatly trying to come up with it. Here's Driver moving in deep from his defensive spot. Wilson kicks the puck loose, and it goes to Milan Halupa. Here's Halupa now inside his own line, drops it back. 12 seconds left in the penalty to Redmond. Wilson has it at center. Canada will have a power play opportunity here in a few seconds as they take the puck into the Czechoslovakian zone. Now Canada's Redmond steps on the ice. They're back at full strength. Czechoslovakia a man short with 55 seconds left in their penalty. A long shot by Svoboda. Now Driver for Canada, number 25. Canada on the power play. Now they set it up, coming up to center ice and over the line. It's number 16, Deneen. It's cleared in behind the net. Canada trying to get their first goal of the game, and this time the puck is shot all the way back into their zone with Driver, number 25, back for it. 30 seconds left in the penalty to Hrdina as the pass comes to Patrick. Patrick at center. There's a pass on the far side. Here's Courtnall heading for the front of the net. Then goes behind and helped out by number 23, Donnelly. Donnelly trying to roll it in front, and Calder is there to intercept and gets it out to the center ice zone. Knocked down is Pashak. And Canada's Donnelly has it with 5 seconds left in the power play. Coming over the line now, Courtnall. Gagne heading for the front. Czechoslovakia is back at full strength. Loose puck in front, and Schindel slides out and makes the save. West Germany leads Italy 9-4 in the third period. Mentioning that reunion of the '76 Canada Cup winners, it'll be an adult hockey camp with Esposito, Vachon, and Danny Gare and company, all members of the '76 Canada Cup team. Should be rather interesting. We've played 3 minutes here in the third period. Czechoslovakia on goals by Calder and Liba. 17-16 of the first period, and then Liba scoring in the second period. The two teams at full strength as Horsava goes after the puck. It's cleared out to center to Lidster. Lidster, number 4, slaps it to Robin Bartel. Bartel got it as far as center ice. Now they all get in there right in front of a couple of cameras there shooting along the boards. Interesting to note that Yugoslav television have only 5 cameras shooting the game for our international service in comparison to what we'd have at home with isolation replays and whatnot. It certainly doesn't meet the Canadian standards. ABC, for example, have something like 13 cameras of their own here in Yugoslavia. Now the pass comes back. Here's a chance, and it's broken up by Team Canada on the attack at center. Tippett goes after the puck. Muller just had it intercepted before he could get it over to him. Now a long shot right on, and that stopped as Ruzicka let it go. Mario Gosland getting his stick in the way of that drive. Now the puck cleared out to center and slides back into the Czechoslovakian zone. Kadlec, he's into the corner, tied up by Donnelly, and Muller got a shot, hit the side of the net. Orsava gets it ahead now. Out to center ice. Keogh's coming over the line, and it's knocked off his stick, and here comes Craig Redmond. Redmond back for Canada. Redmond puts on the brakes, bumped by Halupa, clears it into the corner. Wilson trying to get it for Canada, dropped it back to Bruce Driver, lets it go. And that's stopped by goaltender Schindel as he got a piece of that. Delayed offside as Canada attempted to keep it in. Redmond, good effort, but it just came outside the blue line.
Schindel with a very good stop at a key time, and Bruce Driver, as we've seen throughout this tournament, he's got that nice low shot from the point. He can put some mustard on it, and he got everything he had into it. The Czechoslovakian players going over and giving their goaltender a little pat. Every one of them on the ice has all gone over to him and given him a little pat on that last stop.
Canadian coach Dave King. His team trailing 2-0 here early in the third period. Canada and Czechoslovakia both undefeated into this game with 4 straight victories. Now Uvira, number 7, takes it in behind his own net, slaps it over to Svoboda, number 15. He's checked. Now Uvira gets back after it again. Uvira slaps it out. Wilson is there to intercept, shoots it in, and it's offside again, and they're calling it an intentional offside. It'll come deep into the Canadian zone.
We've seen quite a bit of that in this tournament as well. The linesmen aren't as reluctant to call the deliberate offsides as they are in North America, and they bring it all the way back inside the Team Canada zone to the right of Gosling.
Czechoslovakia, so far in the championship, the Olympic Games, they've scored 36 goals and given up just 7. Canada has scored 24 and
Trouble is with the network. Please do not adjust your set. Sound trouble is with the network. Please do not adjust your set.
Experiencing temporary difficulties with satellite transmission. Please stand by.
Trying to block it, just gets over top of him, and I'm not so sure that Gosselin saw that puck until the last moment when you saw the forward trying to block the puck at the point.
Czechoslovakia trying to get a pass to Rusnak. It's intercepted by Kirk Muller. Then Muller is knocked off stride. Lukács digs after it, and it's shot into the Czechoslovakian zone. We've played 7 minutes here in the third period. Now after the puck for Canada, Dave Donnelly. Donnelly got it in behind the net. Muller is standing in front. Tippett digging away after it. Here's Tippett. And he tried to get it over to Donnelly, and it's intercepted. But Canada, great determination. Tippett's after again. Kadlec checks him. Muller with Horosava pinning him against the board. It comes back to the line. There's a shot deflected by Tippett, but off the target. Driver's shot. That hit a skate and goes wide. Horosava brings it back now for Czechoslovakia. At center, Richter on the right side trying to go in, and he hit Kevin Lowe high with a stick, and Lowe heads to the bench. Latley had that pass intercepted. Here's a break now. Ruzicka coming in, and he fires it high over the top of the net. Another shot from the side, deflected by goaltender Mario Gosselin. Around the boards, Halupa moves up. He keeps it in for Czechoslovakia. Now it's cleared down the ice with goaltender Schindel away out and taps it ahead to Ruzicka. Ruzicka in his own zone. He sends it over now to Svoboda, who scored the last goal. Czechoslovakia 3, and Canada no score. Over the line is Tiernik. Or rather Hrdina, and he had it knocked away from his stick. Back to the line. Here's Svoboda, shot. And Gosselin covers up and holds on.
Gosselin down low trying to seal out of it. You see Lidster in front trying to move the Czechoslovakian player out from the doorstep there, and he was doing a good job, but all three of them were in front of the crease there and trying to block Gosselin, who we see got low to try and see that puck as it came through all the traffic.
Talk about the great Canadian support here, and great to see other members of the Canadian media here. The Toronto Star, Frank Orr and Jim Proudfoot, Brian Smiley of the Calgary Sun, Larry Wood, Terry Jones, other Western reporters, and numerous Canadian media people here supporting the Olympic team. And there's Lowe being attended to, as we mentioned, took that stick high in the mouth area. Being attended to at the Team Canada bench. Here's Driver now setting up for Canada. They're trailing 3-0. Karpin goes racing into the Czechoslovakian zone after the puck. He's hooked and knocked to the ice. as Corbella trying to dig it out there. Carpin has him tied up. And here comes number 15. This is Svoboda. Long shot. And that's stopped by goaltender Gosling. Clears it into the corner. Two teams at full strength. We approach the 9-minute mark here in the third period as Driver slaps it ahead to Dan Wood. And it's at the center ice zone. Czechoslovakia. Number 26, that's Corbella. Over the line, a shot, that's blocked. And Canada comes back again. Just missed Deneen with that pass. Up over the line is Ovira. His shot hit a stick and goes up over the glass, out of play. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
We'd like to give you a quick demonstration of the IBM Display Writer Office system. It lets you type, edit, and file electronically. It points out misspelled words and the correct alternatives. It can be used as a computer, and it can send information to whoever needs it. The IBM Display Writer helps you get your job done so quickly, it helps you look good.
Welcome back to the Olympic Ice Hall, Zetra. Bernie Pascal with Tom Watt and our CTV production crew, with Czechoslovakia leading by a score of 3-0. 9 minutes and 30 seconds gone here in the third period. Lala, number 20, gets the pass ahead now. Rusnak forced deep into his own zone, then he clears it ahead to Lala at center. Lala over to Chernik, back to Lala. Here's Lala in the corner. Lidster got a piece of him and knocks him against the boards. Courtnall backhands it around, and Canada getting possession now. Here's Gagne coming out to center, stopped by Chernik, and then he slaps at Chernik, and the puck comes out on the far side. This is Kios trying to get a piece of it, and it comes all the way deep in the Czechoslovakian zone to Arnold Kadlec. Now a lead pass. There's a shot by Lukács, and that's off a stick high into the crowd.
Well, one of the dilemmas that you find yourself in, down 3-0 halfway through the third period. Team Canada has had a pretty good forechecking team throughout their series. You know, the fact that they have to dump it in to put some pressure on them also means that they give up possession of the puck. And you've got to have possession of the puck if we're going to create anything offensively. So it's, what do? Throw the puck in and put pressure on them forechecking, or we try to carry it in and make the play. But somehow we've got to get the puck in the net soon.
Each team has had 4 shots here in the third period. Calder, Liba, and Svoboda, the goal scorers. Calder and Liba, their 4th goal of the Olympics, and Svoboda's 3rd of the Olympic competition. Here's a chance in front. Lukács went after the puck, and it's knocked down and brought out by Pat Flatley at center ice. Got the pass to Lowe, then it was knocked off his stick. Patrick will try again, lifts it into the Czechoslovakian zone. Goaltender Schindel is low and after the puck. Wilson got it back. Here's Redmond's shot. Didn't get much on it, and Czechoslovakia's Liba has it, slaps it out. Lukács at center ice with Liba trailing on the play. Wilson's knocked down. Here's Liba splitting through the defense. Knocked off stride there, and he got away with a Team Canada player. Dumped him, but didn't get a penalty. Now Patrick, number 9, at the side of his own goal for Canada, gets it ahead to Patrick. Or rather, Flatley shoots it in. That's stopped by goaltender Schindel. Chernik knocked against the boards. They start to throw the body around as Svoboda is checked now. After the puck for Canada, Daniel, and they all get in there and mix it up.
Well, Daniel hasn't seen much action yet, but he's a very good offensive player, and they put him in the hockey game here to try to get a goal. Daniel broken his stick on the play, is going back to the bench, but Daniel is a very good offensive hockey player.
There's the ice surface here at Zetra, 60 by 30 meters. And behind the goals, they have 13 feet between the goals and the backboard compared to 10 that we are accustomed to in NHL cities.
Well, the line of Flatley and of Lowe and of Wilson use that extra 3 feet behind the net very, very well. They hold on to the puck. A lot of the plays for that line originate from behind the net with that extra room they have, and they play tic-tac-toe, and we've seen that throughout the series, and they do a good job of making use of the extra feet behind the goal line.
Paschak against Tippett now for the draw. It comes to Bartel. He backhands it. Here's Tippett. Fanned on his shot as he spun around, and Schindel covers up to make the save. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
where it's going? It's coming to Continental Bank, where we use advanced new business and personal banking systems to make sure your money is always in action. Continental Bank of Canada, bankers in action.
Waters by the Soviet Navy. Ironically, Sweden...
It up. Wouldn't take much to ignite something here.
Stay on the ice, boys. There's no sense going to the box at this point in the hockey game. We need everybody that we've got to try to get in the game. We can't take a bad penalty at this point in the game.
The Soviets earlier today defeated Sweden 10-1. Finland and the United States played to a 3-3 tie. So in the other group, the Soviets undefeated. So the Soviets and Sweden advance to the medal round, and it'll be Canada and Czechoslovakia from this group. Now Chernik has the puck at center. Backhands it over to Yuri Lala. Lala coming right in front, getting set. Lidster checked him. And Canada's Courtnall comes racing back. Up over the line. Courtnall trying to get a shot, and Halupa takes him out of the play. Halupa, number 5, the veteran defenseman, cleared it. And it's broken up by Craig Redmond of Canada. And it's into the Czechoslovakian zone. Number 9, that's Yaroslav Vanak, goes after the puck. Hammered against the boards is Dineen, trying to get it back to Lidster. Dineen still, then bumps with Chernik and knocks him to the ice. Courtnall gets in there. He collides with Lukács and Lala. And the officials get in quickly to separate them.
Well, everybody's in there, but Dineen, he was the one that started off.
Puck goes in. He's the first man taking somebody out of the play, playing the body.
Dineen, a third-round draft pick of the Hartford Whalers in 1982. And we'll have penalties here to Chernik and Dineen.
Well, they were the ones that persisted when it was against the boards. They're making motions to one another here. You see everybody in around, but the first man that was in there was Dineen. You see Dineen. Chernik gives him a little slap of the stick. Now Dineen comes back. 2 other players are in for Courtnall. You see them there. Dineen goes out of the picture, but it's Dineen and Chernik that are the only people going to the box.
Now Patrick goes deep in his own zone after the puck. James Patrick, number 9 for Canada. We have 7 minutes left to play in the third period. Czechoslovakia leading by a score of 3-0. Wilson, here's Flatley, a shot. And that's knocked down in front. It hit Wilson, I believe. Leva trying to get the puck. Flatley gets it back. And it's inside the blue line with Canada on the attack. Here's an opportunity. Trying to get a shot in front. And it just sailed over the top of the net. Here's Driver setting up. Lets it go. And Flatley chases after the puck and gets spun around behind the net. Czechoslovakia's Leva comes right back over the Canadian line, and Driver takes him out of the play. And here comes Driver up for Canada. Driver in with Flatley, left it there. Flatley a shot, and it's off the stick of Horosava high into the crowd. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
Look what's happened to Mars Bar. It's bigger, and now it's the biggest Mars Bar ever. Mars Bar has the goodness of milk, glucose, sugar, and a thick chocolatey coating for a Mars Bar that's bigger than ever before. Tremendous value, really substantial, and now the biggest Mars Bar ever.
A Mars Bar a day at work, rest, and play.
Mars Bar, an official snack food of the 1984 Olympic Games.
And back to the action here. Czechoslovakia leading by a score of 3-0. Here's Horosava coming over the line. Heading for the front of the net now, number 24, that's Hrdina. All alone is more. Ruzicka. Good move in front, and Ruzicka scores to make it 4-0.
Very, very nice move. A very happy Ruzicka in front of the net, but he just got Canada was a little loose inside their own zone. They went back with the puck. They didn't put enough pressure on him. Then we see the puck behind the net. Overskate. Now watch this little move. Brings it back to his forehand. Gosselin has to come across to it, and he slides it underneath him. But a nice move by Ruzicka in front of that net. Here you see it again. Now he's on his backhand. Brings it to his forehand. Gosselin has to commit himself, thinking that he's going to go up with the original shot. A very happy Ruzicka for the fourth Czechoslovakian goal.
Oh, Redmond got back quickly, trying to cover Ruzicka. Redmond collides with Mario Gosselin. Ruzicka gets the goal, 4-0 for Czechoslovakia. Number 19, that's Vladimir Calder. Sends it deep into his own zone. Kadlet's is bumped. Corbella picks up the loose puck. Corbella gives it now to Vladimir Calder, who scored one of the Czechoslovakian goals. Now Milan Halupa. Halupa drops it back. Shot to the center ice zone. Number 26, that's Corbella. Feeds it right to Milan Halupa again. In for checking for Canada, number 22, Dan Wood. 4-0 for Czechoslovakia. We have 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the third period. Out at center ice, this is Calder. Ruzicka from Hrdina and Horosava at 14:08, the time of that last scoring play. Here's Bartel. Tippett trying to get that lead pass to Dave Gagne, just failed. Number 15 in his own zone, Svoboda. He tried to get that pass to Chernik. It failed. Driver goes back for Team Canada. Driver slaps it around to James Patrick. Canadian Olympic team has played extremely well here at the Olympic Games. We as Canadians have to be very proud of them. What a great show they've put on. They've undefeated going into this game. And they're not giving up in this one. Over the line, here's a chance in front. And Daigneault just failed to reach the puck. Cleared around. Lala trying to get it. Here's Russ Portnoy. He cleared it in front, right onto the stick of Vladimir Keough. Keough drops it back to Yuri Lala. Lala with the Canadian player Gagne all over him. Still has the puck though. Lala coming in with Liba. Stopped at the blue line. The puck is slapped back. Here's a chance now. Rusnak getting set. And the Canadian defense breaks that up. Portnoy shoots it off the boards into the Czechoslovakian zone, and Canada changes on the goal. Kadlec, watched by Kerry Wilson. Wilson will join the Calgary Flames of the NHL. He told me yesterday he'll take a couple of days off, then report to the Calgary Flames. Kerry Wilson, number 20. He's been a standout for the Canadian team here at the Olympics. Now Liba coming in for Czechoslovakia. Liba trying to get the pass to Lukács, and that failed. Loose puck at center ice, bounces over to Horosava. Then Flatley ran into his player on the far side. Cleared up now. Race for it, up over the line. This is Calder coming in. Calder with Richter in front, off the stick of Rusnak, and he couldn't get a shot. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the third period. Czechoslovakia 4, Canada nothing, and that's off the glove of Gosselin and just goes wide. Richter gets it out to center ice. This is Vanak. Dropped it into his own zone. Milan Halupa. Then he gets it ahead. Pavel Richter up over the line. Heading for the net is Hrdina. And he couldn't get a shot as he lost possession. There's a drive, and that just sails wide of the Team Canada net. Tippett, number 18, slapped it. He can't get it out. Bartel is forced back. As Czechoslovakia really putting on the power, but Canada skating right with them, too. Vanak at his own blue line. He sends it over. This is Hrdina. He's stopped, and Canada's Bartel. He clears it over. Moving in is Donnelly. Cleared it in front, and that's broken up. Czechoslovakia doing an excellent job of staying right on top of the Team Canada players. Now, here's an opportunity for Hrdina. Can't get by defenseman Bartel, and they're all tied up as Craig Redmond retrieves the puck. 2 minutes left to play in the third period. Puck into the Czechoslovakian zone. Muller in behind the net, tried to get it to Wood, and Czechoslovakia gets possession once again. And it's brought out by Corbella. Corbella over the line, then it's slapped off his stick. Calder. He clears it right onto the stick. That drive by Donnelly is grabbed by goaltender Schindel.
Well, since the fourth goal by Czechoslovakia, they've just taken over complete control. But, of course, they don't have to advance the puck any longer. They don't have to go to Team Canada's net. They've got the goals. Team Canada has to go and get the puck and do something with it. And they've just been throwing the puck around and controlling it very, very well since they got that fourth goal. Canada just can't seem to get their hands on it long enough to create the play. Just controlling the play, a very, very disciplined effort by the Czechoslovakian club.
Well, Team Canada's next game in the medal round will be against the Soviet Union. And then on Sunday, they'll play Sweden. Games to be seen on CTV. Here's Driver, a shot, and Schindel stops that. Patrick for Team Canada. It's rolled in front. Loose puck. They shoot, and it just goes wide as Patrick had it, but he was off balance as he took the shot. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the third period. Otsava at center ice, and he's stopped by Patrick as Patrick takes a swing at him. Now Patrick goes after the puck for Canada. First round draft pick of the New York Rangers. He sends it to Bruce Driver, who's played extremely well. Here's Karpin heading for the net, and it whistles out offside at the Czechoslovakian line.
Well, what we've seen are two disciplined hockey clubs, two very good defensive teams. The Czechoslovakian team really out-disciplined Canada's team this afternoon. They played very, very well defensively. Team Canada played well defensively, but there were just some little slip-ups, and that's the difference in the hockey game. But the Czechoslovakian team, an excellent defensive hockey club. They put pressure on your own zone. They're very sound inside their own end of the rink, and Schindel, of course, hasn't given up a goal.
The time here in Sarajevo now, it's almost 10 minutes to 11 p.m. This game started at 8:30 p.m. Yugoslavian time. We have 53 seconds remaining in the third period, with Czechoslovakia leading by a score of 4-0. The Canada's first loss here at the Olympic Games after winning their first 4. Soviet Union also undefeated, joining Czechoslovakia. Okay, and now we come out. That's center ice. This is number 9, Baynak, cleared over the line. Leva heading for the front, and Russ Courtnall had it momentarily, then lost possession of it. Tippett winding up in his own zone. 35 seconds left. That lead pass. Gagne tried to trap it, and it just hopped over his stick. Cleared to center. Daigneault, number 15 for Canada. Leva cleared it to an open wing. Gagne goes after it. He scored 3 goals in the last Team Canada game. Here's Tippett. Tippett coming in with Courtnall. A shot, and he just blasted that wide of goaltender Schindel. 10 seconds left in the third period. Lister shoots the puck in. Schindel drop kicks it down the ice. Louis Pasaglia or Dave Cutler would be proud of that. There goes the buzzer to end the third period of play. And Czechoslovakia off the bench to congratulate goaltender Schindel on the shutout.
A very good disciplined effort defensively by the Czechoslovakian team, which took advantage of all their opportunities.
Okay, the final score, Czechoslovakia 4, Canada nothing. Coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics will continue in a moment.
So the final score, Czechoslovakia 4, Canada 0. Ron, where do we go from here?
Well, it becomes a little complicated, of course. Many of us think that perhaps Czechoslovakia has all but cinched a silver medal with a victory over Canada today, but there are some immense possibilities, of course. But let's take a look at the third period, first of all. And for Canada, it was just too much checking against them, if you'll forgive the expression. This is Leba, number 11, passing to Svoboda. He's number 15, and he'll get the slap shot away. Here he comes. Leba back out into the deep slot. Here comes the shot. The sprawling Courtnall there had a screen shot, and it got by Gosselin. Really no chance on it at all, and that made it 3-0. That was the next goal we were talking about. From that point on, all the Czechoslovakians had to do was keep the pressure on. Don't let any Canadians get loose at all. Ruzicka makes a good move on his forehand here finally to get it in to make it 4-0, and that's the final goal of the game, and Canada is shut out. But a gallant effort for Team Canada. Here is a look at the Pool A final standings. First of all, you heard Bernie mention 10-1 the final score. The Soviet Union defeating Sweden today. In effect, that's the first game of the medal round because these are the first 2 teams in the A division, and they're moving on, of course, 10 points, undefeated for the Soviet Union, and they had only 5 goals scored against them in 5 games. Pool B, well, it's Team Canada second. They have a 4-1 record, something to be proud of, really. Czechoslovakia, they are 5-0, only 7 goals scored against them through the whole opening round. And so far as the medal rounds are concerned, we have a game played, in fact, in the medal round, and those are the games in the division, but with the teams that are moving on. So Czechoslovakia and the Soviet Union have a 1-0 record, and Canada and Sweden are 0-1. And here's the matchups then. The number 1 team in the B group against the number 2 team in the A group. That'll be Friday. And Sweden number 2. Canada will be playing the Soviet Union. Can you hardly wait? And that game will be much awaited.
Friday, right. CTV's coverage of the 14th Winter Olympics continues in a moment.
But his shot hit the post. The Czechs finally broke the scoreless deadlock at 17-16 of the period. From a face-off in the Canadian zone, Dusan Paschak was able to get 2 whacks at the puck. He finally centers it to Vladimir Calder, who was parked all alone in front of Mario Gosselin. The replay shows the Canadian defenders unable to get their sticks on the puck, and Paschak will feed it out front on his second attempt. Early in the second period, the Czechs made it 2-0. The Czechs go back to their own blue line to organize. And then Vincent Lukács will attempt to split the defense, trying to go between James Patrick and Craig Redmond. The puck bounces over to Igor Liva, and he made no mistake from close range. Now watch on the replay. Patrick actually knocks the puck away from Lukács, but it goes right to the stick of Liva, and he fires it past Mario Gosselin. Late in the period, Dave Donnelly had another chance, breaking up a play at the Canadian line. He races after the loose puck. He's forced to go to his backhand, and he fires it wide. Canadian flag very much in evidence tonight at Zetra. And with just under 2 minutes remaining in the period, Canada on a power play, controlling play inside the Czech line. They were able to get away a number of good shots, but unfortunately none of them found the target. Bruce Driver with a blast. That was deflected wide. Patrick gets it over to Driver again, another shot. Off a leg, it goes wide. Patrick at the point, controls it to Gagne. To Courtnall. He has it knocked off his stick. Courtnall again. This time playing it back to the point to Driver. Another shot, and the save by Schindel in the Czech net. And the Czechs flip it down the ice to relieve the pressure. A concerned Dave King at the Canadian bench. As the seconds ticked away, Team Canada attempting to apply pressure again. Craig Redmond right there loses his stick. And then Redmond receives a penalty. Watch what happens. He upsets Chernik, racing after the loose puck. And Team Canada ends the period with Redmond going to the penalty box. So after 40 minutes, Team Canada trailed by 2, and they started the third with Redmond in the penalty box. The Canadians were able to survive that penalty, and they did apply some pressure. But they were unable to beat the Czechoslovakian goaltender, Jaromír Schindel. The Czechs played a tight checking game. And then they got their third goal of the hockey game. Something of a harmless-looking play. You'll see them set it up, feeding it back to Radoslav Svoboda, and he scores from a drive just inside the blue line. However, on the replay, you'll see that Mario Goslin never really had much of a chance, as he was screened on the shot by Vladimir Kaihos and never saw it. Watch the view from behind the net. Kaihos parked directly in front, and Goslin doesn't see it. Now you'll see Yuri Hradina alone in front, unable to get his stick in the bouncing puck. And there Rashika did. With Goslin committing himself, the big Czech center went from his backhand to his forehand, making it 4-0. And is he happy? Watch Rashika getting the puck, going to his forehand, and slipping it past Mario Goslin. However, this young Canadian team deserved a lot of credit. They knew the way the Czechs were playing, they were not about to score 4 goals and overcome that big